facilities haven't changed at all since 1942 or 1941, then what in effect I'd do is I'd kill myself and everybody else that was helping me do the execution. I certainly don't have a death wish, and I don't think the German SS had a death wish. If those facilities could be made competent for an execution, I would be the one that would be able to do that. And I assure you that nobody could do that better than I could.
Leuchter has said a number of times that the place was untouched. Just open your eyes. You realize that this is utter nonsense. Virtually every brick, which was located in 1944 in one place, has been relocated to another place. Where are all the bricks of the crematorium? It's an interesting question. There's some mountain of bricks in Crematorium 5, but for the rest there are no bricks. I think I know where they are. The real places to sample are the farmhouses to the west of the crematoria. The farmhouses where people are living, children are playing, dogs are barking. These were rebuilt after the war with bricks of the crematoria. The site has been turned inside out. What was inside the camp is now outside the camp. And inside you have a big void.
We're standing at Crema 2 at one of the alleged holes where the SS officers threw in the hydrogen cyanide material. As you can see, it's a rough cut opening with metal reinforcing rods. I'm about to descend to a hole in the roof in the gas chamber at Crema 2 to retrieve samples from below the structure. I was saying to myself, Fred, do you really want to go down in there? It came with the territory, so I had to go down in the hole. Excellent. Not sure if the whole thing is going to come down on me.
Where are you?
Beautiful. Got a beautiful piece of a roof. I guess you're getting me.
Yep.
Sample from the roof. I am now bagging. Now I will find another sample of brick from the wall we were not able to get at from the surface, which is over here. I am again going out of view, and I will see what I can find. It was cold, it was wet, it was kind of spooky. It must feel like the same way somebody feels when they go into a tomb that they've opened after a couple of thousand years. And you don't know what you're going to see. I didn't know if I was going to see somebody's skeleton or bones, or whether or not there were going to be animals in there. That would not have been a particularly good place to encounter some kind of a wild animal. I have a sample of the concrete from the alleged pillar that carried this hydrocyanic acid into the chamber. It would be nice if I could obtain a floor sample, which I will seek in the lowest spot. I am at floor level. The floor is covered with water. some of the material from the bottom of the sediment from the bottom, which should contain residual cyanate. Okay, there not being much more I can do down here, I will ascend to the surface.
Okay, let's go slightly back. So crematorium 2 is the most lethal building at Auschwitz. In the 2,500 square feet of this one room, more people lost their life than any other place on this planet. 500,000 people were killed. If you would draw a map of human suffering, if you created geography of atrocity, this would be the absolute center. Every year, remains of human beings are found. Bones, teeth. The earth doesn't rest.
What happened in all of these facilities is undoubtedly a mystery. Whether or not these facilities were used for gas execution, that's not a mystery. I don't believe they were, because in my best engineering opinion, I don't think they could have been. It's a tough job to execute several hundred people at once. We have a hard job executing one man. I think it'd be easier to shoot them or hang them. I probably could do a reasonably good job by building a multiple gallows and hanging 50 people at once. I probably could execute more people within a shorter time frame. Why didn't they just shoot them? Bullets would have been cheaper than doing this. Why didn't they just blow them up? Why didn't they take them down into a mine and seal the mine off? Maybe we're going to find an execution chamber under Berlin with 3,000 electric chairs lined up. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to make any sense. I had a couple of heavy bags of samples, which we mixed with our dirty linen, dirty underwear, and all sorts of things because we figured the customs people would not be willing to go through our dirty laundry. If in the event we got caught, we did have a contingency plan. I had maps of Austria, Czechoslovakia, and East Germany, and we would have made some kind of a ground flight across one of those countries to either get to Austria or to West Germany. We would have just essentially taken off and hoped we made it to a border before somebody figured out what was going on. They probably wouldn't have chased me immediately because I